Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Readings by Darcy. I'm Darcy, and today is January 1st, 2022. Happy New Year's. This is a generic reading to have a look at how next year is going to look for us, or this year, I should say, is going to look for us. And remember, any medical, legal, financial, you'll talk to a nurse, doctor, lawyer, financial planner. The other portion of this is to remember it's generic. It means that what resonates with you, you take away. What doesn't, you leave behind. We're going to switch to the other camera in a second, but I am using, let's bring it over here, the Goodyear Tarot deck by Colette Baron Reed. And it's an interesting deck. I cracked it open yesterday. I want to thank my friend Marion for it because she is the person who gave me the deck. And we're going to use it. I've pulled for the first 6 months. And like I said, we're just going to switch over to the other camera. So bear with me a second. All right. So as you can see, I have the first 6 months laid out. And I'll bring them to the front as I go, and then we'll pull the next 6 months. So first of all, before I forget, this is a 6-year. And a 6-year is about family, friends, relationships. It's about everything around us that matters. And there's a few things I would suggest for the year is to remember to balance work and home. Really important to have that balance. 2, our expectations of new responsibilities inside of our life, whether this is buying a house, looking after family, or even looking after friends. It's having that expectation, but again, bring it back to balance. Love. Love is something I think we all want, but we fear it, especially if we're single. But make love sort of like your motivational speech this year. And then look at your own personal number. I am going to be in a 5-year. Even though this is a 6-year, when my birthday comes, I am in a 5-year. So you can have a look at what numerology of 5 means as well. And you can find that all online if that's where you'd like to go and look. But remember that it's really important that you're bringing forward your hopes, your desires, your dreams, and you're not just leaving them laying there and thinking, oh, maybe next year. This is the year to actually bring them forward. Okay, going on to our first card is the Empress. And here she is here. Very stately woman. The number 3 is beside her. And the Empress is about being in charge, being in control, being that this is your destiny. And I think it's a great way to start off the year is by pulling the Empress for January. And this is about creativity. This is about abundance. It's about beauty. It's about nature. So January should be looking at that. It should be representing the arc of where you want to see this year to go. And it's also the goddess of fertility. For those of you who are trying to get pregnant, this would be a good time to really look at, is this the time for you to get pregnant? Okay, our next card is the 3 of Cups. And I like this deck because it's slightly different. It doesn't lay the cards out in the same kind of order that we would normally have. And the 3 of Cups, or 3 of Waters here, if you see, she's got 3 shells, and in each shell is a pearl. And for me, this cup really represents the pearls of wisdom. All right. And it means friendship, community, and happiness. And it also says stay away from gossip. gossip can be poisonous for people. You know, it's not always the best thing to have inside of life. So they're saying to avoid gossip, to avoid those false rumors that people like to share about others. All right. The next card is the Eight of Fires. And I'm sort of guessing this is, I'd like to say swords, but it could also be wands. But what I like about this is the journey. No matter where you're going in March, there will always be a light to shine the way that you should follow. This is about trusting your instincts. This is being true to yourself. And I like the panda, the person on the panda, because it makes me think it's a nice, slow, steady pace that you're going to be doing. And so that's January, February, March, and April. April, we have the Page Waters. This is youthfulness. This is cleansing. This is moving forward. This is getting ready to plant the earth and see growth around you. But this is also gentleness and kindness. It's about movement. It's fluid movement. Water is fluid. And so this is moving forward. This is moving into your own destiny come April. April. Now May. The Magician. One of my all-time favorite cards in the deck. But look at him. He's looking above. And so to me, this is him gaining knowledge. But it's all the different kind of knowledge of the world. So in April, you may be making a decision. And you may be looking for and trying to obtain knowledge to help you decide which way should you go with it. And the Magician is also about having willpower and desire. It's creation again and manifestation. So that is what April is about. Or sorry, May. June, we have the Two of Waters, which is the same as the Two of Cups. And here we are. This is my card normally for relationships, for unity, for partnership, for connection, for making the imbalance balance again. So June could be about making balance for yourself and for those around you. But it's also about communication, someone you may have lost touch with and that you may be back in touch with again. But it's also about sparking the romance. Okay, 1 second. July, August, September, October, November, December. I don't know yet. All right. Here we go again. So for July, Two of Fires. July is about journey. It's about strength and endurance. It's about trusting instincts. August, well, we do have the Love card, but this makes me think of strength, of knowing when to stop and to relax, and knowing when to recognize love is on your horizon. And just so you know, this picture here is my Granny Bee. I talk about her a lot when I do my shows and to people. She is the love of my life next to my daughter, and she's very important. And this was taken a month after I was born. So September. This is power. It's the messenger of fire. And this is power. It makes me think of the Queen, being in touch with intuitive abilities, but it also makes me think of knowledge because of lights. But it makes me feel like weigh power carefully in September. October, we have the 9 of Earth, which is coins. And this strikes me as tend your money. This is about harvesting. Harvest the ideas that you have created throughout the year. November, the 10 of Waters. I love the Buddha. I think it's always important, you rub his tummy, not his head, for good luck. And this is blossoming hope, cherishing dreams, and remembering people who have passed. And then we have December, and we have patience. Patience is a virtue. Not all of us have obtained yet in this lifetime, but this makes me think, look back, see where you have been over the last 3 years and where you are going. This is knowing that you've taken the time, the patience, the consideration, the delegation, the deliberation of getting to where you want to be. December of 2022. No regrets is what I'm being told to say. And then 2023. Wow, a year from now. Can you imagine that? 7 of Waters. We are pulling forward with us into 2023 some of our dreams. So even though we are told to look, to manifest, to achieve, to delegate, to roll with the emotional toil of this year, and to watch our money and to harvest our concepts and dreams, we're still brought some of them into the next year of 2023. I'd like to thank everyone who has shared this journey last year with me by being on the show, by watching these shows. I appreciate everyone's kindness. And if you enjoy them, please hit like or join, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook. You can follow us anytime. And if anyone is looking for a private reading, I'm just going to put my banner across the screen. This is where you would go to get a private reading. And we can look at the year. We can basically look at what's in advance for you. And most important, remember, it's one day at a time, one step at a time. Don't try to rush everything at once. Take your time and enjoy the moment. And make sure you do a little meditation and you do align your chakras. And 2022, it's going to be an amazing year. It definitely has to be better than the last two. Yet I don't regret the last two because I've grown in bounds and leaps. So I've really appreciated the downtime. But for some of us, it's been difficult. And for those we have lost this year, I send my heartfelt sympathy to you and hope that life becomes brighter. May love, peace, joy, happiness, and prosperity find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone, and please look after yourself.